Good morning, Taiwan. Thuong Cruise here, checking in Hualien with my wife, Thuong. She just arrived in Taiwan last night. We took the late night train here to Hualien from Taipei. And today we're going out for an adventure. We'll be cycling to Taroko National Park. There's a big typhoon in the south part of Taiwan right now. Lots of rain clouds affecting this area as well, but we've got a little bit of a sunny break. It looks like the mountains are a bit cloudy. It might be a little bit risky, but we're up for an adventure. We've got our matching shirts on today. We're totally standing out as tourists, but that's okay. We've got our high visibility, bright green shirts on, perfect for cycling. We're making our way to the Giant bicycle store to rent our bicycles for today, and then we'll be on the road. So let's go check back in at the Giant store. We just picked up our bikes from the Giant rental store. This is my bike we'll be renting. Thuong's bike is this one. And we got some sweet, cute water bottles that Thuong's pretty excited about. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. Thank you. Just about ready to start our ride, but first we gotta grab some food. We haven't eaten anything yet. Luckily there's a 7-Eleven convenience store right over here, so we're gonna grab a quick snack and then get on the road. Stocked up on some bread, so we have some snacks for later. This is the red bean bread. So luckily, knowing kanji, we know this means like red and this means bean, so you can guess this is the red bean bread. And this is like the Mexico milky filling bread. I had it last time I was here, really good. But we're not gonna eat breakfast here. We're gonna keep going on and try and find some other place to eat breakfast. Not looking good for us weather-wise. Those are some massive clouds surrounding that mountain which we're about to go enter. We started to make our way out of Hualien. We're going up along the east coast, following along this like river path right now. And already, there's all these planes flying around right now, so apparently there's some sort of military base nearby here, because these aren't like normal planes, these are like military planes. It's really loud, so I'm gonna put the camera away right now until the plane goes away. So some first impressions. I thought Japan had a lot of 7-Elevens, but they've got 7-Eleven fever here in Taiwan, here in Hualien. There's literally a new 7-Eleven like every square block, like not even separated. There's one right here. We just passed by one right back there. It's also weird riding on the right side of the road because we ride on the left side in Japan all the time. But yeah, so far the scenery's been really awesome. It's really hot right now, but it's not so bad because the wind's really strong. And yeah, just really happy to be out here on the bikes, really happy everything worked out smoothly. These bikes that we're renting are awesome. They're pretty fast, they're pretty solid, and they got a lot of storage with the bags and everything. The only complaint I have so far is those planes are really loud and they're coming like every once in a while. I don't know if this is a regular thing here or if this is just kind of like a special military drill. But if this happens every day, that's gotta be pretty annoying if you're living here. Anyway, continuing on. We're heading more closer to the beach right now and hopefully gonna ride along the coast and take the scenic route up into Taroko Park, Taroko National Park. The other great thing about Taiwan is all the public athletic facilities. You see there's just a little place to work out here. This is a pretty bad example because this is a pretty rundown tennis court. But yeah, the main point is they have these facilities everywhere. And here we go, that seems to be a rundown one, but right next to here we've got another nicer park, more brand new and stuff. Especially in Taipei, they have those parks everywhere. So free public tennis courts, free public basketball courts. Nothing like that in Japan. There's no place to play basketball or tennis outside. Well, there is to play tennis, but you have to reserve everything like weeks in advance, if not months in advance. One of the things I really love here about Taiwan is just the free public athletic facilities. Here we go, this is their new athletic park. It looks like beautiful, really nice. We're also riding in sandals today. Thuong's got her new sandals we bought in Vietnam. My sandals we got in Vietnam. And the reason for that is because it's really sunny right here, but it looks like it's gonna rain over there. So just in case it rains, we're protected. So speaking of the military earlier, it looks like we're right by one of the military bases because they've got all of the fences lined up here with the barbed wire, and they had some pictures of the jets on the walls. Looks like we're on the right track. Taroko National Park. Iko! Stopping for a quick snack. These look pretty good. We're gonna give it a try. Really hot out there. We're sweating pretty bad. Taking a quick break at the Kombini. Gonna grab some cold sports drinks and stock up on some other snacks just in case, because we're about to go enter Taroko National Park, which is right over here. So we're gonna be climbing up into the mountains a bit, and we're not sure how isolated it is, how many shops or anything there's gonna be there. So gonna stock up here real quick and cool off in the AC for a second. We're about 20K in, so it took us about 20K to ride over here. We also got that really good looking like bun that we're pretty excited to try out. So quick fuel up and then we're gonna be back on the road. Full of meat, Thuong's favorite. So this is one of my favorite snacks here in Taiwan. I think it's called Hu Chao Ping. So it's like peppered bread, but this one's a little bit different than the normal one you see. このお肉は今日の力になる。美味しい？いただきます。いや、暑いね。To say it's hot would be a bit of an understatement, but we're gonna go back on the road. Hopefully it's a bit cooler in the gorge. Looks like we might not get hit with rain. It is still a bit cloudy over in the mountains, but we're crossing our fingers. We might be lucky. Let's get back on the road. Absolutely loving all of the canopy trees here, and especially the bike lane here. Granted, this is for the scooters and the bikes and stuff like that, but us cyclists can use them too, and there's not much traffic. Really nice. Here we are. Looks like we're starting to enter the main gorge area. We've got a little descent here, and looks like we're going to be wedged in between the mountains right straight up ahead. We haven't even entered yet, and I'm already getting a really good feeling about this. I have a feeling this is going to be beautiful. Possibly the last 7-Eleven before we enter into the mountains. I forgot to mention earlier in today's vlog that today's course is actually part of the Taiwan KOM challenge. So a really popular climbing challenge here in Taiwan. They hold it a couple times, different events throughout the year, but I think the main one is in September or October or around there. Really want to participate in that one day, hoping to do it. Today we're not riding the full course. It's about 100 kilometers and climbs up over 3,000 meters of elevation gain. Pretty insane stuff. We're not going to be doing that on these bikes in this clothes today, but hopefully we'll do that another day. Today we're just checking out the main attractions at the gorge and nearby the entrance of the park, and here we are at the entrance, so we should be starting to see some pretty cool stuff pretty soon. Looks like we got some restaurants and shops here. We've arrived at the main entrance. Everyone's stopped by this bridge taking pictures. Pretty cool sight. Looks like a kind of dried up river, but with a couple streams still going. They got water markers there by the bridge, so I wonder if once upon a time, or sometimes if there's some bad flooding, if the water level rises up to get up there. That'd be pretty insane considering how low it is right now. Anyway, here's the gate for the entrance to the park. We're gonna ride through that and go check it out. Man, already you can see some of the awesome cool little tunnels that we're gonna pass through. There's one example right there. Most people come here by touring buses, so I'm guessing we're gonna run into a lot of those buses on the road. Time to begin. Taroko! starting with some absolute beautiful views just instantly as we entered the park. All of those sort of like cave tunnels where you're just going through and it's rocks. Right here you can see we're going through another one. And these are actually, as cool as they are, these are a bit scary. There was a local rider in Japan where I live who was riding in this area last year and a falling rock hit his head, which killed him. And so you do need to be extra careful while you're riding through here. Make sure you are wearing a helmet. We rented some extra helmets from the Giant store today as well. Those cost an extra 100 Taiwanese dollars for our whole trip, which isn't bad. And man, just loving riding through here. Even though it is a bit busy with cars, the roads are a bit more narrow than the other roads. But it's not so bad. Everyone's pretty polite and respectful because there's lots of cyclists and pedestrians here. But yeah, just them being surrounded by, like being in a gorge, surrounded by tall, massive mountains on both sides, the beautiful river in the center, and it's just beautiful. Clear water, beautiful bridges. Here's a sign, watch out for falling rocks. Especially now when it's like storm season, with all the typhoons, heavy winds, strong rains coming through. Must be really dangerous. We're about to go through this sort of big tunnel. Not super big, but we just turned our lights on. Luckily these bikes came with lights. Ja, ikou ka. Coming out of the tunnel, we got two different splits here. We're gonna go check out the, what is this, the Changchun Temple. Oh wow, sun's starting to come out. Beautiful view as we approach the temple over here and the waterfall. There we go, beautiful view of the waterfall and temple area over there. Kirei da ne. Demo, kimi hodo kirei janai na. I can't emphasize or show properly in the camera how tall and how massive these mountains are, but just take a look at this. It looks like there's a hiking path that goes up along here. You can see sort of some trails built into the side of the mountain right there. And this goes all the way up. There's also another shrine or temple over there as well. So it looks like if you hike up, you can get up to the other part. Don't think we're gonna do that today though. We just took a look at the map to figure out where we are and what sort of attractions there are here. And it looks like we just sort of went through a loop, so we're gonna go back to where we just were. And I think these are most of the main tourist attraction areas in here, but we're gonna try and continue and go climb up the mountain a little bit. I'll see how far I can convince Thuong to go until we decide to turn around. So we're gonna ride a bit more of the KOM climbing course, hopefully get a few more beautiful sights in along the way. All right, let's get back on the road. Looks like a pretty old bridge. Guess you can walk over that. Must be one of the parts of the hiking trails. Oh, it says don't enter, so never mind, don't go there. Man, just surrounded by beautiful sights no matter which direction you look. Looks like they're working on a new tunnel here. So it's pushing her way through the climb. Looks like the tunnel that we saw earlier just comes out right here. That's really not that long, only like a kilometer, maybe 2. Not sure where they're making that, but looks nice. Gonna stop and take a quick break here, right by the dam. So it looks like there is a lot more water up here, and they're just filtering through this dam. I think Thuong may have reached her limit, so we're gonna stop, eat a snack, and see if she's willing to continue or not. So let's eat some of the anpan, the red bean bread that we bought earlier. These bags that we're renting are pretty cool. They're not quite waterproof, but they do have a waterproof cover that will come up and protect it if we need it. It's got pouches in the backs for our drinks. And yeah, just really useful. Everything came included with the bike rental. We paid 1,700 Taiwanese dollars for the 3 days. Came with all of these, the 2 bags in the back, the bag in the front. We got a water bottle and a pump and computer, lights, everything. So this bread turned out to be not just red bean, but it's got a little bit of cream inside there as well. Pretty good snack. We're in this little pavilion thing. Nice little rest stop by the dam. Beautiful view of the river from here. Full body of water now. And really lucky with the clouds everywhere. So far everywhere that we've been riding, we haven't been under the dark clouds yet. They just seem to be stuck deeper in the mountains. Little break is over. We're gonna go back on the road. Let's get going on to the next attraction. We found one of the remaining tourist spots. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty tough climb. I asked Thuong, do you want to climb this or not? And she's like, let's just do it. And so we're gonna give it a try. Not sure how high we're gonna go. Not sure how beautiful the sight is gonna be up at the top, but we're gonna start climbing. So that was a little tough of a climb to get up here. And up at the top here we've got this kind of like recreational center. Lots of families out here. Most people would be driving up here. There's also a couple buses that came up here. And not quite sure all there is to do, but we don't have too much time to stick around. But it looks like you can keep hiking a little bit up to the top. We were hoping to be able to ride our bikes to the top and get a really nice view. So we came all the way here. We might as well check out this little hiking path here and see if there's a nice view up at the top. This says the village hotel or something, so we're gonna try, and I guess we could ride up this, but we're probably gonna walk up it. After finding a few signs and reading a bit more about this place, I found out that this is kind of like the region where the more indigenous old Taiwanese population used to live and have kind of like a tribe, I guess. So we've got some statues here. We just climbed up to the top of that road, and they've got the hotel here. So all decorated in the old fashion style, I guess, the old style. Kind of reminds me a bit of like the Native American population in the US. So we've got some designs decorated all over the place. Looks like they have some nature paths and some unique places built all over the area. Pretty cool, so let's try and explore a little bit more before we head back. Some nice artwork here. So up here, it looks like this is kind of where the hotel connects to. Looks like they've got some more like older style buildings. And I guess you can stay here, camp out here, and sort of experience like the older lifestyle, I guess. Bunch of hiking paths, hiking trails all around. Pretty cool place. Anyway, I think that's all we're gonna explore here for now. We don't have too much time. Gotta start heading back before it gets dark. So we decided to continue on and go to the last and final stop on the trail. It was so close we had to do it. This is called Swallow Grotto, and another beautiful view of the gorge right here. Apparently in this section you also need to wear helmets. Everyone's got helmets on, all the regular pedestrians as well. Luckily we've already got our helmets. Cool. So they've got little holes. Oh wow. This is beautiful. Little holes going into here. Wow, the wall over there is just awesome. There's another one over here. Wow, check out all those holes over there. Massive drop. That is really cool. It is so beautiful here. Nothing quite does it justice. I've seen videos of the race footage from the KOM challenge, and we're riding through that main gorge area right now. Just super wide open and insanely beautiful. Unfortunately, gonna call it quits for right now. We've got about 2.5 hours till sunset, and it's gonna take us about that long to get home. So we're heading back. Hopefully it'll be mostly descent out of here. Thuong's pretty low on energy, and we're gonna get some food at the end once we exit out of the mountains. Anyway, here's a nice, beautiful montage of our ride back. We just exited Taroko National Park. Had a blast going down that descent. That was really nice. And we're at about 55K in. Completely done on sandals, and feet are starting to hurt right now because they're not as stiff as I'd like them to be for this kind of long ride. But Thuong's holding up pretty good. But we're gonna go get some food right now because we're really hungry. We haven't eaten a real solid meal all day. We've just been eating sort of snacks like bread, actually mostly just bread. So we're gonna get our reward meal and search for some good food. So let's see what food options we can find here. 今の調子は? まあまあ、お腹空いた? じゃあ、飯探そう! So we stopped by the convenience store, which is one of the few places that's open, and we got some milk. They're really famous with their soy milk here. This is one of my favorite ones that I drank last time. No sugar, high fiber, and Thuong's gonna try the papaya milk. I also got sunburn, by the way. You can see here I didn't wipe any sunscreen on my knees, so a little bit of sunburn, but nothing bad. Anyway, let's drink some milk. Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of our day trip cycling ride from Hualien to Taroko National Park. For anyone who's in the area and thinking about renting bikes and doing this route, we highly recommend it. We had a great time checking out all the beautiful views in the mountains, but definitely be prepared. There is a decent amount of climbing. Despite the beautiful weather that we had for most of the day, we did get hit with a little bit of rain for our ride back home. If you're interested in following us with some more videos of us cycling around Taiwan, or also watching some of our other videos cycling around Japan, be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. You can also click the link for our playlist of our videos here in Taiwan, and also a playlist of our other cycling videos. Thanks for watching, especially a big thanks to all of our Patreon supporters. If you're interested in watching our videos early, you can go over to Patreon, where we have early access for all of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again to everyone for all of the support, and we'll see you next time here on Two Wheel Cruise. Be sure to watch out for our next few videos, where we'll be cycling more around Hualien, and then also doing a cycling tour from Hualien down to Taitung. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.